Hi everyone. This is Dr. Pan Gabriel with an amusing but true story entitled A Bath in the Desert. A Bath in the Desert. I was about 20 years old at the time or so when I found myself an unwilling soldier and a non-combatant of a battalion of apartheid South Africa's military machine. We were in the God-forsaken sands and deserts of Amboland, a desert region of the foreign country South Africa was invading and at war with at the time. Then it was called, the country was then called Southwest Africa, now it's called Namibia. I had just survived the ordeal of almost being shot to death by a firing squad because I refused to take a weapon and kill fellow humans. The incredible and thrilling story will be in the resource section of this YouTube talk. Click on the URLs there and enjoy the crazy day that I was sentenced to death by firing squad. Anyway, it was around dusk in Ovamboland. The last rays of the yellow orb we call the sun were dancing slowly away. And as with every other day in that desert, we had sweated ourselves to death that day. 90% of my fellow soldiers gave up on bathing. What for? No women around, just our ugly faces. What the heck? Forget about bathing. But a few of the more stalwart cleanliness freaks among us, like me, still bathed every day. Well, bathed is a euphemism. So here I was, at dusk time, stark naked, lowering my steel helmet by rope into a 10-foot deep green cesspool that passed for our water supply. And I was holding up my helmet as many times as it took to bathe. Euphemism, as I say. Lord, what we do and what we endure as youngsters. I could not possibly endure that now at 62, but anyway, maybe I can, who knows? Nothing is impossible. Anyway, suddenly a shot rang out, and seeing we were surrounded by the enemy, quote unquote, the battalion alarm was sounded. Everyone ran to their assigned posts and formed a protective circle around our military camp, except me. I was a non-combatant. I wasn't interested in shooting anybody. I wasn't worried about anyone shooting me. I serenely kept on bathing, quote unquote. The keen eye of the regimental sergeant major, though, who had almost shot me to death a week ago by the aforementioned firing squad for being a non-combatant, and who was a 6'4" giant, I'm only 5'7", spotted me. He charged towards me and unceremoniously grabbed me effortlessly like a rag doll with one arm, his rifle in the other hand, and ran and dumped me in the middle of the small officers' circle that was assessing and debating our best course of action. I just had enough time to scoop up my towel as the regimental sergeant major had scooped me up. Everyone looked at me as I sheepishly attempted to clothe myself with my towel, more like a large loincloth really, and despite the sober and threatening situation, burst out in raucous laughter. I, on the other hand, was not too amused, as I tried my best, but not too successfully, to hide my unmentionables. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Half an hour later, the sad fact was established that one of our fellows had purposely shot himself in the foot so he could be sent home. It was such an unbearable situation for him, and who could blame him? The stand down signal was given, and I scrambled away to retrieve my clothes. Oh well, just another day in the madness of the Mvamboland Desert. That's it for today, my friends. Check out the resource section for a lot of scientific URLs that say we create our reality. Check out my book on my experiences in the desert and elsewhere in life. And it's exciting that mainstream science has now proven that we create our reality. I love you all, my friends. This is Dr. Pan. Till next time. Cheers.